This is how a downburst works. There is a cloud called cumulonimbus. It's the kind of cloud that makes funny shapes of bunnies and bears against backdrop of blue sky, the kind of cloud that ever amplifies, gathering particles as it builds, becoming charged in its belly, brewing, waiting to rain. When this cloud spreads big along a cold front, it creates within itself a pocket of chilled air, and this pocket grows heavy as the pockets of people who previously owned other people they used to pick their cotton, and some things are so heavy they must fall through. Thus, this pocket, heavy as the heart of a stolen man's closest kin, is destined, like God, to descend upon the earth, fall rather gracefully, flatten all it touches, create a crop circle or a crater, take custody of all the living beings once standing tall beneath it. This is catastrophe at the clap of a hand. This is breezes sent at hurricane speeds in all directions, all around themselves, creating horizontal vortices or dizzying things for humans like you and me to look into. This is the omniscient eye of our Maker. This weather, this deity even atheists can't deny. She has lungs heaving, holding enough gust to rip sequoias from the root, snatch planes from the sky, crumple cars like aluminum soda cans for the recycling bin. It may have been one fleeting downwind, one straight line blast, one bad day for our Earth Mother to wipe the dinosaurs clean. And I imagine as targets we humans must look pretty easy. What with our thin skin and small frames, lack of hair and chattering teeth. Have you ever seen a moon harvesting? Sitting low and orange in the horizon, how it makes miniature even the largest of man. This is a language we cannot fully understand, and yet we humans, we think if we wear hemp and drive hybrid, buy green and live as islands, that she cannot reach us. And though she is all who feeds us and finds us water, tropospheric air to breathe, the truth is she never needed us to teach her how to spin. And it's a miracle we have come this far when we keep car exhausting her, keep uprooting her gardens to build prisons, keep taking our hour-long showers and making machines, keep cloning her sheep. And this woman who in her old hands holds prerogative, who has the ocean as her very cup of trembling, has a body that is plumping as we keep dumping the remains of burnt buildings and cargo ships and bodies and barbed wire to the bottom of her tributaries. What makes us think she is not yet angry? What makes us think she is not yet fed up? That we keep turning our cold shoulder against her rounded back, keep carving knives of her ivory, keep her strung out on all this plastic. This is a recipe for disaster, for catastrophe at the clap of a hand. Do you think you can remember the wind in Katrina, the dust in the 30s, the potatoes all stillborn in Ireland, and she is just wired up all night with the lights in Tokyo, in New York? What makes us think we are not a species in danger of meeting our end, that she cannot scratch us off the planet like so much wet moss on a rock? How can we survive if she does not want us to? This smog is a thickening thing, and our attitudes are sickening me, and this earth is sinking under our pressure, and I know God is this weather, so I pray to the wind nightly, call her calmly and know my place. Take note of the careful balancing act of wind and pressure, neutron and physics. Know this existence is a gift, not a coincidence. I remember how defenseless we be against a woman unyielding, speaking a language we cannot speak, spun in hurricane tongues and tornado teeth, 46 twisters in a Midwest weekend, a river in Mississippi flooding, overrunning. There is asthma in my unborn belly, an earthquake in a windy city that once burned in a hurry. I think it's time we claim these fault lines. How can we not drop to our knees in repentance, beg to be humbled, beg to be forgiven? Because this particular Sunday, the hills in the West Coast are burning, and the penguins have little landscape left to tread, and it's a hot day in June in seldom sunny San Francisco, and in the civics of the streets, the plastic bags from our groceries are blowing like dust bunnies, and the ATM receipts flipping like so much confetti, and the smoke from the fire is all ablaze, blurring what is left of the already scattered sun rays. And to me, this is a picture of apocalypse or some vision of when the hominids meet their end. And I know the blood is on my hands, so I don't claim to be no prophet. Don't know much about physics or systems. Don't know how big the earth looks against me, but I imagine it's a humbling thing. Don't know how to speak eloquently about epic themes like daylight or global warming, but I do know how a downburst works. And that we must be begging for a storm of some sort, an old-fashioned wind cleansing to clear the head, because I have felt the wrath of a whip in some life gone past, and this is not a joke. This is not a game. It is a system that we must change, because this woman is fed up, and quick as a whiplash, she can remind us exactly who is in charge.